Thank you so much. I think we still have time for one or two questions, if there's still some questions. Yes, please go ahead. Just make it short, please.
Has there ever been a debate inside China about how far east actually means in the Look East policy? Because after all, China is the Far East and Iran is the East. And I wonder, has there been any philosophical discussion about this at the very least, if not at the policy level? And then secondly, how does China view the challenge of Russia in its Look East policy? And I'm hoping that I would receive a response from you beyond the war in Ukraine and, the current tensions. As a general rule of thumb, what are the top three main challenges coming from Russia toward China with respect to the Look East policy? Thank you.
Thank you. I think we'll end it here. Dr. Degang Sun, please.
Thank you so much. In fact, in different historical era, the concept of East is different. If you look at history, right, maybe East means Persian, right, Empire, and the West is Greece, right, and then it's after the Arab Empire, right, emerged. The East means the Arab Empire, and the West is as a Christian empire. And nowadays in China, there is the debate in China, where is East, right? Because East has different multiple identities. Its cultural concept is political, right? But nowadays, most of Chinese have a consensus. Global East is a political terminology. It's actually consists of East Asia, Southeast Asia, South Asia, Central Asia, and West Asia. And don't forget North Asia, because Russia was not regarded as Asia, but nowadays Russia is pivoting to Asia. So from East to West, from North to South and Central, it's a global Asia. If you look at it, it's a kind of China's periphery strategy. That is, in the new era, China's major political and economic partners in China's periphery area. So it's very important to China. The stability in the periphery area matters to China very much. That's why China would like to promote peace and stability, and also diplomatic reconciliation among, its neighborhood. And the second one is the challenge of Russia inside global Asia. It's a very controversial issue, actually. Even in China, there's a debate what China's policy or political orientation is, right? There's no consensus, but the major consensus in Chinese government is all the conflicts must be settled by peaceful means, by negotiation, right? But we have different roadmaps. Thank you so much. Maybe my colleague will have something.
I want to respond to the question of how we deal with the relations of U.S. and China. And now the relations of China and the U.S. is very complicated because this is not only competitive but also cooperative relations. But I think the relations of U.S. and China mainly depend on the U.S. side, not China. And U.S. Now regards China as his main threat. And I think such cognition cannot change in a shorter term. So I think the rivalry between the two countries will last for at least for 5 to 10 years. So I think the competition between the big superpowers will last for a while. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Please join me in thanking the panelists for their perspectives and this great discussion. So the fourth panel ends here. We'll have a coffee break of 15 minutes. Then we come back with the fifth panel of the conference with Iran, India, and Malaysia. Thank you.